Yay. Good morning, replay viewers. Let's see who tunes on in. Definitely gonna have to recalibrate my gimbal. Yes. Hope everyone's having a great morning. Hope the coffee is nice and strong if you drink coffee. And Pat Waters Vlogs, first one in the room. Autumn Loring, good morning. Margie Blog, good morning. And Carol, good morning. Good morning, Mrs. Metalhead, Mr. and Mrs. Metalhead Warrior. Quacky's got the notification. Good morning, Quacky. Esteban Fernandez, good morning. Carl, good morning. Bonsoir, bienvenue, Neboul. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Good to see you, Sally Skipico. Big T, welcome. Dave in Bangor, Maine, good to see you. Phyllis, 2284, welcome. Good to see you buy the book. Basically, all I could say today is this, is as a community, and it's a loving community, is the only way we're going to get through this together and build a better society and a better community. So it's all up to you. How selfless can you be in your daily actions in life? It's up to you, people. Good to see you, Lorraine Raymond. Welcome. Good to see you, Disco Ball Glitter. Just had the iced coffee. Nice. Enjoy the iced coffee. I just had myself a hot coffee. I need milk. I think I had a little bit of sour milk, but hey, I was still able to drink the coffee. That's all that matters. Good to see you, Will Fargus. Welcome. I kind of wish I was working today, but you know, work is down. Work is down. So I do like working today because it's a way for me to kind of reflect and move on and all that good stuff. And I'll be working later on tonight for you guys. Good to see you, Will Fargus. Welcome. As we look down towards Lower Manhattan. It's no doubt a Sunday kind of feel in Lower Manhattan tonight. Lorraine, I appreciate that. Thank you. Good morning, Michelle King. Welcome. But that's my only real message for today. It's all, Mr. Metalhead, here's the deal, Mr. Metalhead. I'm doing as good as I can. I could obviously be better, but I'm going to do my best to put my own emotions and feelings to the side and try to do my best in my capacity to uplift everybody. And that's everybody. Doesn't matter what your religion is, doesn't matter who you love. As long as you have kindness and love in your heart, then you're always welcome at my table. Good morning, John the Beagle Dad. Yeah. Rupinu, I can't pronounce your name. What's happening? We're just hanging out here talking. It's our morning motivation. Morning motivation affirmation. And we're here just to hang out as a community. I know some people may not understand this, which is fine. I'll be the first to say that my content's not for everyone to consume. The exterior of One World Trade Center is steel reinforced. It's concrete construction. Might as well talk about that since that was mentioned. Good to see you there. Have a good day, sir. Have a good day, sir. Yep, it is September 11th there. Disco Ball Glitter, yes indeed. John the Beagle Dad's mom had cataract surgery. That's why you don't feel that well. Well, my deepest sympathies, and I hope everything works out with your mom. But One World Trade Center was designed because it's a target. It was designed, all the buildings of the World Trade Center were designed as a target. Good to see you, Arjan. Welcome. The core of One World Trade Center and all the buildings at the New World Trade Center is 2.5 foot thick reinforced concrete. Also, all the buildings have triple redundancy, 3 separate and reinforced systems for water, power, and communications. In case any one system goes down, another system can come back up within 90 seconds. Also, the glass you see on One World Trade Center and all the new buildings at the World Trade Center are explosion proof. It's triple pane explosion proof glass within a plastic membrane. It's kind of like windshield glass. So if it were to shatter, it will break up to such small pieces that it won't cut you. As well as the core of the buildings are pressurized. So in case there is a fire, smoke will be forced out of the elevator shafts and stairways to facilitate a safe evacuation. Now, it's not necessarily steel reinforced. It's basically reinforced concrete with steel rebar, and a lot of steel rebar at that. So the core, especially of One World Trade Center, it's definitely very fortified. Also, the stairways in One World Trade Center and all the new buildings at the World Trade Center are double the width of New York City code. So 2 firefighters in full gear can walk up the stairs while 2 office workers can walk side by side down the stairs. Good to see you, Ann F. Welcome. Missy, I appreciate that. Thank you, Missy. I could actually see the building I used to work in from here. It's the building just up to the right-hand side. I can actually see just the tippy top of it. It's a brown building. But, yeah. But who said that comment? Who said that comment about One World Trade Center? So, Will Fargus, I know quite a bit about the New World Trade Center. So, yeah. But again, it's not reinforced in steel. It's steel reinforced concrete. So... But good to see you, Fawn Marie. Welcome, aloha. Brian Davis, welcome. That's a good song there, Walter. Good to see you. Aloha, bienvenue. Welcome, welcome, welcome. As we look downtown. Oh, you was just watching a video. Yeah, I actually studied the buildings, Will. I actually studied the buildings, especially when the blueprints were first announced. Yeah, so I actually studied all the buildings at the World Trade Center quite extensively because I used to work down there, and it's a place where I continue to work today. I do appreciate and enjoy working in Lower Manhattan more than anywhere else. This is where all the history is at. And yeah, I'm glad. Yes, I appreciate that, Margie. Margie, I'm going to be out and about later on this evening. We're going to be live later on today at 6:30, around 6:30, everybody. We're going to be on right at sunset time. So join me at 6:30, and we're going to do our Tribute in Light tour. Yeah, Melissa, very similar skies, very similar weather to that day 24 years ago. I have to say, Melissa, good to see you. Very similar weather. There are some clouds in the sky, but it's warm. I mean, if today wasn't September 11th, I would have gone to the beach. Today is a fantastic beach day if you could get out, and maybe in honor of everyone we've lost 24 years ago, maybe get out to the beach and make the best of it. Yeah, no, today is not a day for ignorance. No, Mrs. Metalhead, that's a really weird reason why I'm on right now. I just want to see the kind of climate that's in the chat today, because when we go on later, especially at the beginning of the broadcast later on this afternoon and this evening, it's going to be a little emotional. It's going to be a little heavy, and I really don't want people to come in and spoil that for the people who are there. So, but good to see you, Diana Lee. I appreciate that. You added it to your calendar. I appreciate that, Carol. I appreciate that. But at least I'll look at the good side of all this. At least I get to enjoy my morning, and we'll zoom out here. We're 13 miles to the south of Lower Manhattan. I'm here on the sand dune here in Coney Island, and I am absolutely blessed and grateful that I'm here hanging out with all of you guys, and to be in such a beautiful setting. It is truly a gift. So it could be worse. I appreciate that, Missy. I try to give you guys the best views. I I try to give you guys the best views at all times. That is my job here on YouTube. It's a nice place to be. I'm very lucky, and this is a 5 minute walk from my back door here. So I'm right here. So I'm very, very lucky. Not even 5 minutes. How long does it take me to get here? Like 4 minutes, 3 minutes. So I'm literally right down the block from my house. So I'm very lucky to be here, and I hope you guys can enjoy this as well with me, and we will share this together, share this view together. But yeah, no, today's one of those days where I'm kind of on alert for really stupid and ignorant comments. Today is not the day for ignorance. Today is the kind of day that the best I could do as a content creator is give you a little bit more perspective, thought, and actual facts on this world around me called New York City. It's a nice place to clear my mind, Quacky. I'm very lucky. I'm very, very lucky to hear the ocean, and you got some people walking dogs out here. I'm very, very lucky. I'm very, very lucky. I would rather be working, but you know, we've been here before, April. Good to see you, April. April, this is where we used to do the drone patrols and all that good stuff. So, you're sick. You can't leave home at the moment. I feel you. JR, speedy recovery, my man. Speedy recovery. Maybe have a nice cold glass of orange juice. JR, speedy recovery, my friend. Good to see you, Susan Ingalls. Welcome. Yes, if you guys are feeling a little bit under the weather or anything like that, hang in there. Rest up. And like I always said, like I said at the beginning, together we will get through this. You're not alone. Remember that. Whoa, a new COVID strain. Yikes. That's not good. Yeah, definitely rest up. Thank you so much, Autumn Alluring. So Autumn knows why I wasn't at the meeting yesterday, so I'm going to let you guys know. I'm going to be honest, ladies and gentlemen. The last few days, I've been a little emotional, to say the least. Pat Waters Vlogs, I appreciate that, Pat Waters. Thank you so much for being a channel member for the last 42 months. Thank you so much for having faith in me as a content creator. And thank you so much for being one of us. I appreciate that, Pat. Thank you, man. Appreciate those kind words. But I'm going to be honest. Good to see you, Activity 79. Welcome. Yeah, so the last few days I've been a little bit emotional, a little bit more than normal. Good to see you, Ben. Welcome. I've been a little bit more than more emotional than normal. I think it's because of the lack of work. So I wish I was working a little bit more. And yesterday I was completely racked up thinking about or overthinking about what I was going to say at this community meeting for the casino. And I thought about being around all that negative energy, which, Autumn, I'm sorry you had to witness that, because it kind of proved my point on why I didn't go. I did not want to be around such ratchet, I'm going to say it, such ratchet people who were paid $80 and given free ice cream and t-shirts and hats for the pro casino people. So I could not bring myself into being around such energy. And especially since it was the 10th, September 10th is a day where I really do a lot of reflecting and a lot of soul searching, thinking about what I was doing and where I am now and everyone that's surrounding me now, and then comparing that to 24 years ago. So yesterday I barely ate yesterday. I was a ball of emotions yesterday. And today now it's like we're finally going to get through it, and we're going to kind of get past today, and then we could get back to normal tomorrow and do our best to build a better society and a more giving and loving society, and do my little part in that. So I'm really sorry I couldn't make the community meeting, because it was I was a ball of emotion yesterday. I was yelling at the TV, watching the live stream, and the fact that the live stream had to cut out 3 times because of fights breaking out, was a little ridiculous. Um, yeah. So I'm sorry I couldn't take one for the team yesterday. I had to really focus on myself, but luckily the beautiful Duchess, she helped me get through it. And now, exactly, we're going to reflect. And yeah, um, I appreciate you too, Missy. Good to see you, Norm, out there in Bangor, Pennsylvania. Will, I run into viewers all the time. Yeah, I know. Being emotional is just a part of being life, right? A little silly thing of life. Good to see you, William. Your friend Chris lost his cousin on that day. 2 months later, he offed himself. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, William. William, I know a few people who killed themselves in the days and weeks and months after September 11th. So I've seen it all. I've seen it all. JR, I appreciate you too. Good to see you, Jennifer. I appreciate that, Jennifer. Thank you. Good to see you, Kaz Cats. Welcome. In the days, weeks, and months after September 11th, I saw the whole range in human emotion. I saw people who were the happiest become the saddest. I saw relationships end. But on the other side, I saw relationships bloom. I saw people get stronger. Most importantly, we came together. This is what we do in New York City. We come together. All of us, different races and creeds and all that other stuff in between, we all came together with a single commonality that we're all human. We all bleed the same color, red. So there's bigger fish to fry than stupid sound bites and one-liners. But good to see you, Pat. Welcome. Good to see you, Harshit. Welcome. It is a rough time, Ben, but I appreciate that. I had to take care of myself yesterday. Good to see you, Dave, out there in Georgia. No, it's not a photo opportunity kind of day. No. Good to see you, Madam Mojo. Welcome. Good to see you, Cindy. Welcome. Good morning. But I wish I was working today. Working today is a great way for me to get through the emotions that I'm feeling. And 24 years, it feels like yesterday. It feels like a million years ago, all at the same time. And as they read those names downtown, it lets you know that we're all in this together. So we have to do our best to uplift each other without any kind of prejudice, selfishness, anything like that. That we have to kick that all to the curb. We have the biggest thing that we have to do as humans is get over ourselves. So now is the time, better than ever, to get over ourselves and to be the best that we can be for others. Not expecting anything back in return. Not everything in life has to be transactional. But good to see a Mars Tech out there in Montenegro. Absolutely, JR. Absolutely. Wow, Karen, you picked up your cousin from Newark Penn Station after he got out on the boat lift. Wow. 3 weeks ago, oh my God, Karen. Oh my Lord, Karen, my deepest sympathies. And my deepest condolences to your husband. Your husband was a part of the largest boat lift in peacetime. Over 120,000 people, and Karen Smith's husband was one of them, was evacuated from Lower Manhattan. He made his way out to Jersey, I see. And, we came together. Right? It's called humility. I know, April, right? But, oh, Karen, my deepest condolences. I'm going to do my best to put a little smile on your face and make, just want to be there for you guys. Good to see you, Denise. Welcome. Good morning. That boat lift that was happening right now 24 years ago, That was when New Yorkers really got together and we didn't care about who they loved and what God they prayed to. We were all the same. We had to get off Lower Manhattan. We had to get off that island. And people just came together and just worked selflessly. Good to see you, Robert T. Just like that boat lift, we have to ask ourselves how selfless a life we can live. How in service to others can we live without prejudice, without judgment. I think right now in our current political climate, people are too quick to judge based on what they see on the surface. Everybody has a big book of their lives. It's deep, it has many chapters, it's very complex. And this is what we have to look at. We don't know what people are going through. We don't know what's happening in people's lives behind the closed doors of their homes. So don't judge people by who they love. Don't judge people by their religion. Just judge them on one thing. Are they nice? Are they kind? Are they giving? That's it. That's it. And if they're not, then they don't have to be around you. There's no problem shunning them. If people are living selfish lives, there's no problem to say, you know what? You could just turn around and live and let live. Good to see you, Kay. Welcome. Good morning. It's respect each other. As simple as that. It's not a hard concept. Good to see you, Joe Moose. Welcome. Tolerance. Shout out to Margate. Good to see you, Matthew. Shout out to Margate. You know, it's crazy, Matthew. I want to visit Margate. Wasn't Margate the home of that Banksy amusement park? I wanted to go to Dismaland so bad. Exactly, Carol. Play nice in the sandbox. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. And I said this on Facebook, and I'll say it here on a live stream. I will be always empathetic to those who never were empathetic towards me. I will take the L. I will die on that cross. Yeah, I know, Joe. You remember Point Thank You, Joe? Remember Point Thank You? I cheered there a couple of times. We did that for 6 months. Right? The world is divided. We need to stick together and be respectful of one another. Well said, Pat. Well said. We do. There's a whole lot of hurt going on in this world. And when people are going through difficult, sad times, send them love and compassion. Exactly. That's all we could do, CB Earth Day. That's all we could really do. We need that understanding. We need that. We need that empathy. You know. Joe. Okay, Joe. I appreciate that, Joe. And that's how you get blocked. You know, to the young kids out there, you know, I'm a child of the 90s. I was a teenager in the 90s. And it's funny how as a teenager in the 90s, especially living here in New York City, we pushed racism and all that kind of stuff and sexism. We pushed that all to the side. And there was a moment in the mid-90s into the late 90s where we didn't care who you prayed to and what you looked like. We just cared about if you were an asshole or not. And I'm noticing that the young kids nowadays take a very cavalier look towards racism and sexism and classism and basically demonizing the other, whoever that is. I think it's time for the young kids to learn that there's bigger fish to fry. There's much, much bigger fish to fry. It's time to get over ourselves, people. It's time to love one another, as long as they have love in their hearts. But see, me, I am really stupid. Even when people are not empathetic towards me, I will show them empathy. I will show them still understanding, because I want to live my life by one thing, and that's by my personal examples. Ladies and gentlemen, as a society, we are better than this. And now is the time to show that we are truly evolving as a species. If not, we're turning back the clock. So I miss those times too, JR. I'm going to come to Margate, Matthew. I'm going to come to Margate. I'm going to go back to Margate as soon as possible. Exactly. I appreciate that, Ben. To all those who are hurting right now, no matter what the cause, keep it up. You matter. And what you do matters, even if it's not apparent right now. Exactly, Jay. You got to try to move forward. Set the example for the young ones. But I will, you know what, Cindy, I understand what you're saying. Cindy, I will die. And something tells me I might just die, trying to be as loving, compassionate, and understanding towards others, even when those people are not loving and compassionate towards me. I will die on that cross. And something tells me I might die on that cross. These are very dark and self-motivated times right now, and it's very scary what's being said. And unfortunately, social media likes to propagate things that make people react, and a quick reaction is not all the time the best reaction. Life is not all about the next retaliatory strike. We're better than this, and especially this country. We're better than this. And to my friends in Europe, Asia, New Zealand, Australia, you guys know who you are. We're better than that. I loathe social media sometimes. I'm talking about the United States, April. I'm talking about the United States. So I want to let people know all around the world that I know that us as a nation is better than the current climate that we're propagating out to the rest of the world. We are better than this. They are good people here. Unfortunately, the people who like to yell in the room are getting all the attention. But us quiet, relaxed. Oh no, Margate, England. April, sorry, Margate, England. Right, it is, Karen. Well said. It is past time that the loudest voices are the only voices. But you know what, Karen? Here's the deal. Us quiet people in the back of the room, we're taking notes. I'm telling you, we're taking notes, and we're preparing our speeches and our approaches to hopefully push this society and this country into a better, more prosperous direction. And I'm seeing a lot of double standards right now, and to be honest, it's terrifying. But it's also extremely disappointing, because this country is better than that. Our diversity of the United States is our greatest strength. No other country has the kind of diversity that we have. No city in the world has the kind of diversity that New York City has. And that's our greatest strength. I can't tell you how much I love walking around this place, hearing people speak different. I'm going to be honest. I love hearing people argue in their home language. I love it. It's just something about it that that I love. And hearing different cultures, seeing different cultures. I mean, people come to this beach all the time and do different religious ceremonies here. And it's beautiful seeing all these different types of people who come here who want just one thing, a nice place to lay down their head, a little cold glass of clean water to drink, and a nice meal. That's all we want. Fundamentally, that's all we want. But unfortunately, if you have to judge somebody based on who they love or who they pray to and denounce them for that, that's the problem. We're better than that as a nation. It's time to live selfless lives. Live for others. Be in service to others. Because that's really all we could do. Right? That's really all we could do. When I do these live streams, especially today, it's cathartic for me. It's therapy. But also, this is my platform. This is my time to propagate what I believe in. And that is just spreading good energy, positivity, understanding, and love. All that other isms, those could be checked out at the door. Again, let's live selfless lives. But I appreciate that, Missy. Missy, I could go on all day today. Believe me, I can. I appreciate that, Lorraine. Thank you so much, Brian. Yeah, New York City proves it can be done. Yes, that's true. What's the phrase? Empty vessels make the loudest noise. It's very true. Good to see you, Lopez. Jennifer, you're more than welcome, Jennifer. But this country is better than that. This country is better than some of the rhetoric that's being propagated right now. So it's time to live by example. It's time to live in service of others. My one thing I always tell people is if you have it physically within you, I guarantee you within 2 or 3 miles of your house, there is a food pantry. And that food pantry could always enjoy an extra hand to help move around stuff. Or maybe if you got $1 or $2, or maybe you have some food, some canned food in your pantry in your house that you're not that you know you're not going to consume. These are the times. There's a whole lot of people hurting out there. And small acts of kindness may go a long way. You have no idea how you might impact somebody's life. The smallest things, people. The smallest things. And if 1 million people, if 2 million people do tiny little things here and there, think about how much love and how much positivity that could propagate throughout the universe. Think about that. We're better than this. We're better than this. That's right. Missy, your one favorite thing to see in life is other people happy. You never know what they're going through. Exactly. Be nice. Be nice. You might make somebody's day. You might have a lasting impression for them for the rest of their life. You never know. Small acts of kindness, believe me, it could blow up to such huge proportions, and you could truly affect people in a positive way. And unfortunately, there's some people out there that are never going to understand this message, and that's fine. I am not here to help you understand my message. All I could do is lead by my example and say, you know what, maybe it's not that bad. And right now, what's going on, the cynicism that's happening in our, and again, we are better than that. We are better than that. It's time to get out of the house and live for others. It's time to be in service for others. No matter how small, it's time. Exactly. Our main purpose in life is to help people. And if you can't help them, don't hurt them. Well, that's what the Dalai Lama said. Love and prosperity for everyone. Yes, indeed. Yeah, little things could help a lot. You're more than welcome. Missy, I will do my best. Missy, I'm gonna come back on later on today around 6:30. So I hope you could join me at 6:30 today. We're going to do our tribute and light walk. And something I've been doing now. It's going to be the 10th year I've been doing this. This will be my 10th year. I think it's my 7th year here on YouTube doing it live. Unfortunately, Cindy, it is so much easier to hate. Isn't that a Smiths song? That didn't the Smiths sing that? It's hard to be kind. It takes work to be loving and kind, or something like that. It's so easy to hate. Unfortunately, everything that's worthwhile in life is work, including loving one another. Yeah, it is, JR. I can't wait to see it as well. It's going to be a beautiful night for it. We're going to be right at sunset, so we're going to start at sunset. Good to see you, Gabby. I can't wait for the stream either. It's going to be again, for me to do the Treatment and Light tour is it's very cathartic. It is therapy for me. But especially today, I have negative tolerance for bullshit. I'm here for the people. And yesterday I saw a viewer. I think your name is Hector. If you're watching, I talked to you and your mom. I was in the supermarket yesterday, right, guys? I was in the supermarket yesterday, and went to the supermarket, and I was already a complete ball of emotions already. I'm gonna be honest. I cried a little bit yesterday morning, but I went out to the supermarket, and I needed sugar for coffee, so I had to get some sugar for my coffee and all that deal. And I met a viewer, Hector, I think it was, or Howard, and the nicest guy. And Hector, if you're watching, if your mom's watching, I am not famous. I am no different than you. We're all in this together. We had a nice long conversation. But it's moments like that that really make me realize that I must be doing something right in the universe. For you guys to come at me and meet me in person, and you guys have such loving energy, it is truly a blessing to feel that, and I really do appreciate that, and it's humbling as well to experience that. So experience that in the checkout counter of the Key Food over here on Neptune Avenue yesterday. Truly, it lifted my spirits. So I appreciate you coming around and saying hi, but I am not famous. I am no different than you. All I am is a vessel for entertainment and happiness and positivity and But I love it when you guys come and say hi, and you guys are looking at me, and then I am not famous though. I am not famous. So, but yes, Karen, well said. Cynicism is optimism gone sour. Don't be sour, people. Don't be sour. It is easy to be cynical in the world right now. Yes, indeed. It does take work. Hope takes work and effort, but it's worth it and essential. Absolutely, Ben. Cynicism does nothing, people. Remember that. Yeah, we were in the right place at the right time, JR. Everything happens for a reason. You're sitting your colonoscopy drink. Hells yeah. Good luck with the colonoscopy, Cindy. Oh, I appreciate that, Missy. Thank you. Good to see you, Theory Mary. Yeah, Kaz. I had to get away for that. Oh my goodness, Diana Lee with a 10-pound super chat. Thank you so much, Diana Lee, for my coffee and donut fund later. Thank you so much for the very generous 10-pound super chat. Thank you so much for joining today's 10-pound club. Much, much, much appreciated. With a big 10-pound super chat. Margie, don't lose it if you see me, Margie. Yeah, look up happiness in the dictionary, and I'm pretty sure my photo pops. Don't make me cry, guys, please. Guys, I'm no different than you, okay? Remember that. I'm no different. We all want the same things, and if you guys get my comedy, if you guys get the way I approach these live streams, we're the same. We're brothers and sisters in arms in this crazy world, this crazy society that we're living in. And we're going to do our best to get through it the best we can with all the love, hope, and positivity that we could exude. I appreciate that, CB Birthday. Thank you. But I am not famous. I am not famous. I am not famous. I'm just one of you guys. And Sally, you're more than welcome, Sally. You're more than welcome, guys. I'm just trying my best. You know, again, I think about what brought what brought the Duchess into my life. What did I possibly do to get such an amazing, beautiful, strong woman in my life? I must be doing something right. I always say just put out the good energy. It may not come back to you right away. And in most cases, 95% of the time, it doesn't come back to you right away, but it will come back to you eventually. You just have to be patient. And you have to be there for it. Be open to these possibilities. But always move forward with a positive and loving attitude. It will come back. I guarantee you it will. I'm a great example of that. Every day, but on really hard days, I literally say out loud, Dutch, where are you, right? I know. I feel you, Missy. I feel you, Missy. Good to see you, Dean N. Welcome. Good to see you, Derek, out there in Glasgow. Shout out to all my Glaswegians. Good to see y'all. Listen, there's a whole lot of hurt going on in this world, and I'm just here just to make your day just a little bit better in my own little capacity. That's all I could do. That's literally all I could do. You know, I always say live streaming is a very powerful form of communication, and if used right, you could really change lives and uplift people. And that is my job every time I turn on this phone to do these live streams. I just want to make you guys laugh. I just want to make you guys, just want to uplift you, even if it's for a moment. That's my job. I don't do, and again, all the money and the likes on the video, that's all icing on the cake. The actual cake of the cake is all the love and positivity and gratitude I'm able to spread throughout the world. I appreciate that, Missy. Missy, absolutely, Missy. I appreciate that. See, Missy's life, you clearly get my comedy. A little bit of sarcasm. It's a little bit of sarcasm to make you laugh. Kaz, you're more than welcome, Kaz. You are hanging out with family. You're hanging out with a like-minded family. We're all in this together, people. Remember that. We're all in this together. You know, if I learned anything living here in New York is you know, you got to get over, and I said this is my second time saying it, we got to get over ourselves. Sometimes the hardest thing in life is getting over ourselves. Sometimes people don't have the option to get over themselves. You know, they might be stuck at home with their thoughts. And that's when it's really hard. So we have to, if we're able to, for all my able-bodied people out there, you know, it's time to live selfless lives. It's time to live in service to others. Everything doesn't have to be getting over on people. Everything in life is not transactional. It's how much good can you propagate in this universe? How much can you put out there in the universe? Photos from around New York, good to see you. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I don't remember. I never forget. That's for sure. Yep, one of us is family. That's right. Yep, we are still all family, different backgrounds, but the same goal. Right? Just happy to be in this thing called life, right? Me too, Missy. Me too. I talk a lot of sense. I appreciate that, Dean. I'm just doing my best. That's it. You know, my mom, you know who you got to blame for me and the way I do my live streams? My mom. My mom says, always be loving, but take no shit, people. And I won't. I will not lay down and let people steal my lunch money. But I will be empathetic towards people. As best as I can. Even when they're not empathetic towards me. And I know something tells me along the way, that's what's probably going to get me. And I know this sounds very morbid, especially for today, but I will die on that cross, and I will probably die on that cross being empathetic and giving towards others when they're not giving and empathetic towards me. Something tells me that's how I'm going to die. Some stupid, selfish motherfucker is going to take me out because they can't get over themselves. And you know what? If I have to be a martyr because of that, so be it. I appreciate that, Joe. Thank you. I'm very lucky to have all you guys watching. My mom is correct. Good to see you there, Susan. It's meekering again? Yes. Good to see you, RJ. Welcome. Always great, Norm, out there in Bangor, Pennsylvania. Always great. We're doing our best here today. We are doing our best. But again, join me at 6:30 tonight, around 6:30, maybe a few minutes after, and we will do our Tribute in Light walk. And we'll reflect, and we'll see the Tribute in Light from many different perspectives. We'll try to get back to the parking lot tonight to see where the tribute actually emanates from. So we might take the elevator up to the top of the thing, and so stay tuned for that. A fucking one of them damn flies, those spotted lantern flies, just landed on my neck, telling me, "Get over yourself." Have a good appointment. Stay healthy for us, Susan, okay? Have a great day. Goddamn spotted lanternfly landing on my neck. Little bastards. But mind you, I took him off my neck and I still didn't like break his wings or anything like that so he could fly away. That's how giving and loving I am. Miss Cecilia Thomas, good to see you, Miss Cecilia. But I mean, seriously, like legit, like how lucky am I? I get to be here on this beautiful sand. This is my neighborhood. I'm still kind of blown away by the fact that I live just right down the sand dune here. I live about 5 minutes away in that direction. I live right down the sand dune. I can't get up this high further down the sand dune here. So it's like I could get, and up there you can't get up to there because it's all grass and stuff. So there's these little spots like right here where I could hang out. This is where I did the drone patrol. Right here was where I did the drone patrols. But I'm very lucky to have my friends and my family, everyone who's in my life at the moment right now. There's been so many people, especially in the last 24 years, that have come and gone. And especially recently doing these live streams here, just the family has gotten bigger, and I'm very lucky. I'm very blessed to have you guys. So these are happy clouds. Yes, indeed. These are happy clouds. But I'm absolutely blessed to have everyone who's in my life right now. And it's part of the reason why I couldn't go to that stupid meeting yesterday. I knew, I'm going to be honest, ladies and gentlemen, I was in such a kind of a mood yesterday that if I would have went to that autumn alluring, if I would have been to that meeting, I probably would have got arrested. It's very disingenuous that people were bussed in and given $80 gift cards and t-shirts and pre-made signs to promote a casino that will completely decimate this beautiful place. And my emotions yesterday would have definitely gotten the better of me. So I had to do a mental health check and be like, you know what, I'm gonna not. So, but yeah, we need bail money? No, not yet. But I am blessed to have all of you guys in my life. Yeah, and the free ice cream. I'm a little disappointed in the name of the woman with the ice cream truck. That was Maria, the ice cream lady. We've had her on the stream a couple of times, and I'm a little disappointed. But then again, it's all about, in the end, it's all about money, and it is what it is. But you know, I don't know. It's kind of ironic that some of the loudest cheerleaders of this proposal, of this casino proposal, don't understand that it's going to literally decimate the amusement district and kill off what makes the little bit that makes Coney Island Coney Island. And I heard about the free iPhones. I don't necessarily believe the free iPhones, but I mean, I wouldn't put it past these people. You're talking about a billionaire, you know? So what is $80 an iPhone and a little bit of ice cream and a t-shirt? Excuse me. You know, what is that to a billionaire, you know? But what was telling is this, Autumn. What is telling is this, ladies and gentlemen. You can see this on the Gaming Commission's live stream from yesterday evening. Who was in that room at the end of the 4-hour ordeal? Who was in there at the end? It was the people from the actual community who opposed the casino. Those were the people who were not paid. Those were the most passionate people. Those were the people who did not promote violence towards others. So Autumn Alluring and everybody else who spoke and went to yesterday's meeting, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I cannot express enough gratitude for you guys, for you guys being so steadfast in your conviction and knowing what's right and wrong. So you was offered an iPhone. Holy cow. But thank you so much, Fawn Marie. Thank you so much, Dana Lee. I appreciate that, Kaz. Kaz, you do more than enough, Kaz. I appreciate you. But I appreciate everyone who came out, who signed a petition online. I appreciate all of that. I appreciate all you guys who came out and spoke up against this horrible, again, in favor of it, like Maria, the ice cream lady. I'm a little disappointed in that, but again, money is everything, I guess, to some people. And when money takes over your integrity, then your integrity goes out the window. And maybe I'll just be a little selfish and focus on myself maybe for a day or two. Especially when said people may not be as giving towards me. Oh, good, Diana, you did enough, Diana. Thank you so much, Autumn. It's true, Catherine. That's very true. Yeah, right. You can't take it with you. Your reputation is the only thing that outlives you, right? The mark that you've made in this universe is the only thing that outlives you. So might as well make it the best you can. Not everything is about money. Not everything's about being right in the conversation. But good to see you, Catherine. But especially today. And by the way, I will never call today Patriots Day. Today is September 11th. That's it. Today is September 11th. That's it. It's not Patriots Day. It should be a holiday though today. It should be a federal holiday. But this is a day for reflecting and for being in service of others. So that is my message to all of you guys is do your best to be in service to others. How can you serve others? Serve your others no matter how big or small you can. How selfless can we live our lives? Example. I appreciate that, Catherine. Thank you. Today is September 11th. So today I feel like today is a day of service to others. You know, in this day that was born out of hate and naivete to a certain degree, there were actual real actions that led up to compelling those people to do what they did on that day. So all we could really do is focus and propagate positivity and love. There's too much cynicism out there right now. I think this is what's killing this country right now. All the cynicism out there. So, oh, were they generic smartphones? The beach is good, rabbit. Yes, indeed. And there are some small rabbits here on the beach. But today is the day of service towards others. That's how I look at September 11th. That's how I look at every day, but especially today, is how can we be in service to others? Missy, thank you so much, Missy. I appreciate that. Anam Travelings Vlogs, welcome. So that's all I ask of you guys. It's time to live a living life, giving life. How selfless can we be today? It's up to you. I am not gifted or special, Ethan. I'm just being myself. I'm just being myself. That's it. But we have to get beyond ourselves and help others. Right, exactly. They're gonna get spam texts from Joe Sit with our equities. I would have gotten arrested yesterday. I know I would have gotten arrested yesterday going to that meeting. I would have. I would have been loud. I would have been very rude. I would have been telling people truths that are too hard for them to acknowledge. I'm literally seeing somebody who I've done videos with being shunned. So that's all I'll say. I'm literally seeing that in real time. So it's a crazy world we're living in right now. And again, everything is not about money, but the bribes are fitting, right? The bribes, it's fitting. It happens. I'm gonna keep it quacky. I got no choice. I have to keep it real, quacky. I have to keep it real. So Autumn, and again, Autumn and everyone who went to the casino meeting yesterday, I appreciate all of you guys who went out there and said your piece. And even if you weren't able to say your piece because the line was too long, thanks for just showing up. Unfortunately, I couldn't do that yesterday, so. Yeah, Catherine, that's a really sad story. Out of North Carolina. In the end, the girl was comforted slightly. There's a lot of things that's one aspect that they're not showing about that attack. She was comforted, but only by one person when there was clearly other people on that train. So, but exactly, Missy's life, exactly. Just hold the door for somebody, say hello, please and thank you go a long way. Sprinkle little acts of kindness along your day today, and don't stop. Just keep going. There's more to it. Absolutely. Diana, I appreciate that, Diana. Yeah, when in doubt, leave it out. Exactly, Karen. Yeah, one person cared, Catherine. That's unfortunately a lot of media outlets are not showing that. I could go into the semantics on why they're not showing it, but this is not the place to go into such a conversation here today. But it's somebody did for that woman after that horrible attack the other day in North Carolina. So we'll make it. Autumn, we'll make it happen. Autumn, we'll make it happen. Autumn. The autumn and the winter is coming. So. But again, let's focus on all of the positivity in our little neck of our little place in the planet. Because that's all we could do, ladies and gentlemen. That's all we could do. Just spread positive and loving energy. And even if they don't give it back to us, even if they come back to us with all hate and everything, I'm still going to love them. It's just all that's just how I roll. But yes, mental health it is truly a mental health crisis in this country, and It's time to do our best to uplift those who can't uplift themselves. It sucks. It sucks what's happening in this world, and again, I could go into whole semantics on why it is that way, but today is definitely not the time and the place to say it and do and explain it. So that's my message to everyone out there. Just be kind, be loving, and try to make your neck of the woods a little bit of a better place. That's all I ask of you, especially today. Be in service to others. But if you saw this live stream, it is a different world than the one than the one we grew up in. Absolutely. Like I said earlier, I miss the 90s. In the 90s, we had this glimmer of hope in the mid 90s when I was a teenager. Like we didn't look at religion. We didn't look at skin color in my generation. We didn't look at that kind of stuff. We looked at if people were assholes or not. It was simple. It was so simple back in the day. Oh, were they an asshole? All right, we shun that person. If they're a selfish person, we fucking shun that person. But if it had good taste in, then we welcomed them with open arms and we partied together. But yes, Catherine, I will be back at 6:30 tonight for our Tribute and Light Walk. Good to see you, Darlene. It was simpler times. Missy's life is crazy. She lives in Sacramento, California. You're watching you in your favorite place in the world, New York. So thankful for YouTube. And yes, right, the 90s were awesome. I'm thankful for YouTube. I'm so thankful for YouTube. Out of all the platforms that I've been on throughout the last 10 years of live streaming, this channel's going to turn 19 years old in a couple of days. Yeah. It's I am very grateful for YouTube. I'm very grateful for this platform. I'm very grateful to have you guys join me every day and hang out with me. And yeah, I'm very lucky to have you guys as an audience. Good to see you there, Travis Weeks, down there in South Africa. Welcome. Boy, do I miss those. I miss the 90s. I miss running around an empty downtown on the weekends, and we've come a long way, baby. We've come a long way. Robinson Lopes, good to see you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta give the Duchess a call because she should be finishing up her workout now, about 15 minutes from now. So long live the limelight. Hell's yeah, new peanut butter. Long live the limelight. You heard the buildings for sale? I heard they're gonna try to turn it into condos or something like that. Anyway, long live the limelight. Long live the tunnel. Long live the Mars Bar on the Lower East Side. Shout out to Otto's Shrunken Head. Long live the Continental. Long live Coney Island, USA, over there on St. Mark's Place. Long live Arlene's Grocery. Long live CBGB's. I appreciate that, Missy. We're gonna have a good day on this YouTube channel's birthday. I think that's gonna be on Sunday. We're gonna be hanging out with the Metalheads and Danette and Anthony. We're gonna be at the Met game. Something tells me and Anthony are gonna call that Met game. It's gonna be hilarious. So just get ready for that. Today's the last day of your son's vacation in the United States. Awesome. I hope you had a great time out here. Long live those rabbits on the beach. They're still here, right? It's to think YouTube is that old. This YouTube channel was born 3 months after YouTube was created. So this YouTube channel is just as old as YouTube. So I'm very lucky. So again, we'll be on tonight. We'll be on later on this evening at 6:30. Around 6:30. We'll be on around 6:30. When on Sunday? I don't know what time we're going to be live Sunday. The game on Sunday is in the afternoon. It's a 1:40 game. So we'll be on sometime in the afternoon, probably maybe around 2:30 or something like that. After we get some snacks and maybe after I get a beer in me or two, we'll start up the live stream. Yeah, look at that, April. You got an 18-year-old YouTube channel. You got an OG channel there. I'm telling you, April, time is flying by, April. My God. Time is fly. Where is all this time going? But we're lucky to have it. We're lucky to have it. We are lucky to have experienced this. And no, I think Kaz, it's going to be funny, Kaz. It's going to be a really funny baseball game commentary. So, yes, no, Missy, if you ever want to come and meet me, you're coming all the way out from Sacramento there. Follow me on Twitter or Instagram. Same name, at Dutch Moz. And send me a DM on either Twitter. My Twitter and my Instagram DMs are open, so you could just message me, and we'll try to work something out if I'm not too busy. As of late, I don't know if I'm gonna work, 3 days out. So I try to schedule everything. So I'll do my best to try to say hi and see you guys and hang out with you guys and take you guys around for a little walk. So. But Michelle King, I hope you're feeling better as well. You don't even have the same email from 18 years ago. Can't believe you still have the same YouTube page. Yeah, right. Actually, this YouTube page was made with my Juno email account, it still works, but it doesn't work. I don't really check it anymore. But then I switched that over to to Gmail. But good to see you, NYC girl. Welcome. And Investigator, thank you so much, Investigator, with a big $40 PayPal. Investigator just bought my subway fare. Investigator, thank you so much for the very generous $40 PayPal. Thank you so much for joining today's $40 PayPal club. Much, much, much appreciated. With a big $40 PayPal. Investigator, thank you so much for your continued support of the channel. Much appreciated. Missy, we can make that happen, Missy. We can make that happen. I know for a lot of people, walking over the Brooklyn Bridge is their dream. Riding this Coney Island cycling is people's dreams, Just coming to this amazing place is their dream, and I can understand why. Again, I'll close with, to live in New York City is to live in a place of constant change. Nothing stays the same for longer than 3 weeks or 3 months. And it's diversity. It's diversity and variety of humans and food and noises and smells. It's what makes this place so special and so beautiful and so great for many people all around the world. The diversity that is found here in New York City is what makes the United States and this beautiful nation so great. It's the people that make it great. Remember that. It's the people who make America great every single day, including today. All right? So remember that. Be kind and loving. Live a selfless life, people. Do something for others. Do a favor for others. Just be kind, be nice, be giving, be understanding. That's all I could ask of you. So do that today for me if you can. Do a kind deed for a stranger or your neighbor. It doesn't matter who. Just do a kind deed for somebody. And I'm telling you, it will come back. When you put out the good energy, it may not happen immediately, it may not happen right away, but it will happen eventually. The good energy that you put out will always come back to you in spades. Remember that. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back on in a few hours. We'll be back on in about 6.5 hours. And we're going to do the Tribute and Light tour and walk. We're going to have some beautiful sights of this beautiful city. So stay tuned for that. But from the sand dunes here in Coney Island, off. Have yourself a beautiful and fantastic New York day. Whether you can afford to live here or not. Hug your loved ones. Cherish those beautiful moments. And good morning, Mrs. Calabash. And also good afternoon, Mrs. Calabash. And I will see you later, Mrs. Calabash. Wherever you are. I'll see you guys at 6:30, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.